Well, to Artist in Recovery slash Sterl P. How the hell are you doing, dude? 6:25 at night, West Coast time, the evening ending of the, thank God, Attack of the Killer Leprechauns Day. Yeah. To declare you the St. Patrick's Day, we have to wear our traditional green. Is that in green? No, it's baseball season. Screw it. Unless we're talking about AstroTurf. Okay, so, yeah, going thermonuclear and I've seen a lot of things happening and being a royal pain in the ass about a lot of things other. And in dealing with Shield must be obeyed. Isn't she wonderful? She's getting on my nerves all the time. But, late at night, once we get past 5 o'clock, or actually 4:30 to 5 is when she starts her up. And continues all throughout the night. Hardly ever get any sleep anymore. You try taking care of a dog. Caught your vids. I caught your vids, dude. At times, I get sick and tired of all this damn shit. I really do. Got that little glib that you did there. That's why I sent that information over to you. Bunch of short. Had a problem trying to comment on the damn thing on my phone. Derangement syndrome. Dude. Minnesota can't get the damn thing changed. They got to go through, and it's got to be commonly accepted. So worldwide concerning if this is an actual syndrome or not. They need medical records to correspond. They can make all the damn laws they can in Minnesota, but it ain't going to go through their legislature. If it's that split up, it's dying in the chambers. It was said that Bush tried to do the same damn shit. There was a Bush derangement syndrome. There should have been a Republican derangement syndrome if they really wanted to get into that kind of situation and go for, for the political head games. That's all it is, a political grift. And you're going to go for it? It's not a legit. Dude, trust me. I used to be a biller encoder. I can check these damn things out with no issue. Type in the right information in the system. I get it pulled up. Look for the J codes if there's any in there. Looking for any kind of revenue codes, procedural codes, diagnosis codes is mostly what I have to look at. Even on the mental health, they don't even have it in there. I did a search in the system. Not even in there. So if there is going to be kind of a derangement syndrome for this damn thing, it's another frickin' grift. And you're doing it. You want to get covered by this damn thing? Are you kidding me? You're going to fall under that damn head lunatic? It's done by the Trumplicants. You didn't even do your research? Criminy, what is it with you guys? I'm 59 years old. I'm going to be 60. I got to do the research for the entire internet community? Is that my job to keep you guys in line? I'm going thermonuclear with a damn therapist and also with a pastor about what's been happening with Trump and everybody else these days, and I got to deal with your shit? Holy crap, dude. It's one thing you're talking about the SNAP food, concerning about the chips and crackers. I think that would have been the safest bet to talk about, but you're looking for the monetary at this point. So let's talk about SNAP benefits, shall we? Long time ago, back in the 80s, 70s and 80s, weren't exactly covered under SNAP benefits during that time. I think it was back in the 80s and 90s that they actually did cover it. And when they moved from the paper to the cards, it was easier for people to pull the card out. But the thing is, during those days, they were checking IDs to make sure that the card actually belonged to the person. Or if there was some kind of authorization paperwork. Trust me on this one. They had this going on in the aisles on this. I'd seen it happen so many times. My brother had to bring a letter from home. He may have been an adult. He may be 8 years older than I was at the time, and I was only just a snot-nosed teenager. But he had the money. Hell, we'd get 2 basketfuls of groceries at this point over here, pissing off people left and right. And we're about to do our shopping at this point, and he forgets one last item. Instead of him starting up the process, no, I had to go uh, start putting the stuff on the aisle and then wait. That was embarrassing as hell. He finally did come up with the stuff, and I'm thinking to myself, I've got to nail my brother to the wall on this shit. I never did. But at least during those days, we were slowly getting into the chips and sodas. Come 90s through 2000s, yeah, they were allowing it more and more. People could actually show the cards to the clerk or actually swipe it to the readers, and they'd be able to get a soda. But there was a distinction, though, sometimes. Here's the problem concerning about the SNAP benefits. Now, if you got the money allowance, that's where the issues were. Until they started allowing it, I think between 2000 and now is when they slid the restrictions. See, back then, if you had the cash on the food stamp card, you could get those junk foods. You could. Yeah, I got to see your video on this one to see what do you remember about it. With or without my dog whining in the background. You try putting a headset on with a dog in your lap. Came to sections concerning about your descriptions of the SNAP. Apparently you didn't have any background about it as much. Well, you got the numbers, but here's the thing. Depending upon the state on how much they are allowed for the family and for the individual. Each run it differently. In the state of California, there are certain dollar caps that we have for family members and for individuals. For the individuals, if you're getting at least under $20,000 a year, you will get some money. The higher your cost of living expenses regarding Social Security, the less amount you're going to get in food. In the state of Kern, actually in the county of Kern, we don't have cash aid. County of Los Angeles, they have cash aid, but there is differences concerning about that. I'll have to get that one probably in a second. It's more complicated. But as far as I understood concerning about the county of Los Angeles that I used to live in before I switched over to the armpit of the Antelope Valley in Kern County, for those under SNAP benefits for the food stamps and cash aid, it all depended whether or not they're going to be getting work to replace the cash aid or if they get Social Security coming in to also replace the cash aid. See, it's a loan that they give out every month to people putting in the bureaucracy. And they're going to be sticking with the bureaucracy, keeping the county informed about what their financial, economic, and every other kind of status is. Paperwork we have to fill in for food, not to mention for cash. Kern County, I haven't filled out any paperwork since I've got Social Security. But because of the cost of living increases that I've been receiving, I've been getting less and less. Talk about $20 a month for food. But because the Social Security was almost reaching a limit at this point, then I may be outpriced. Once I reach a limit, I'm not going to get any more food aid from food stamps at this point. They'll be thinking that I received enough to keep me going. And for the most part, when we actually had the COVID, it was an abundance that we received, not to mention the cost of living expenses and also the food stamps. And it helped out a great deal because I had long-term food for a long while. And then when that shortened down because of the cost of living expenses, I really had to make some cutbacks. I mean, so it's nice to order fast food, but you can only live on it for so long, and I got sick and tired of it. I like cooking better. I'm not quite so sure about either one of them. Getting back to the snack foods, when they started allowing food stamps to be accepted in a lot of stores that are used in place of cash for certain products, you can't get alcohol unless you got cash with you. I mean cash, or have forms of cash. It's not allowed under SNAP. You can get yourself a soda. There had been circumstances, I remember about 10, 20 years ago, within that time period, that you could not get a soda without having cash on your card. You can get milk, get chocolate milk, get regular milk, and get tea. Tea is considered a food as long as it's a tea bag, not a tea bottle. But then when they released the restrictions on the damn thing, I can actually get bottles of soda when I can. But because I also have Social Security, that is the cash aid, and that is what I usually get some of the stuff that I cannot get out of SNAP. So I have to balance things out on that one. I have to calculate what are my expenses right now. I got rent, priority. I got lights that have to be paid. I'm doing partials because I have to. And then I got phone, which I really got to change plans. But there's also entertainment, which is eating up a hell of a lot worse, almost just as bad as the rent. It's not that cheap these days, I swear. And not to mention some of the other smaller subscriptions I get that I still have to cut out. They'll still have to help out with a little bit here and there. But once I get the majors figured out and every other bill, then I have to get the balance, what I'm getting every month, do the calculations. I take that balance and I subtract it. Actually, I divide it by how many days I've got left. Constantly dividing every single day. Because that particular portion of each day is how much I'm allowed to get food. I have to do the calculations on paper, but a computer calculator and start writing things down helps track. Is candy allowed? Well, if you got cash, maybe, but for some food stamps, probably not. All right, pal, I'm going to take you through a couple of programs I go through. I did say about entertainment, right? You ever heard of Amazon? You're shaking in your bootstraps again. See that hair of yours sticking up, screaming, no! He dares mention that word. Yeah, I dare. I dare. Because there's two things I'm going to be taking you through right now. DoorDash, which is a delivery company that deals with a lot of services out here in good old Roseman, California, which is still another part of the armpit of the Antelope Valley. And then Amazon. Now, Amazon, I can get bulk items for groceries. Let me just say, if I wanted to get chips or crackers, cheese crackers I'm normally getting. I get Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its under Amazon in the state of California is SNAP benefit eligible. Where's the nutritional on this one? We're talking about getting close to Easter. We want Easter candy. I like Reese's. But I like to get the Reese's Eggs. Peanut butter cups are good. But I get them once in a great while. I don't do them on a constant basis. Here's the weird thing about it. Some of their cream eggs that they have for the Reese's, SNAP benefit. They got 4 pieces. They got a 1.2 ounce box, 4 pieces of the milk chocolate peanut butter cream eggs candy Easter. And this is under Reese's. It's about nearly $4.50 and it's SNAP eligible. Yet some of the other eggs they have isn't. It's about $30 for a 36 count. If I hit the SNAP EBT eligible, I am going to find out that certain assortments of eggs of Reese's, at least 1 or 2 of them, or 3 of them, are covered under it. And I can get small portions, pack of 1, or just a pack of 1, and that's okay, just a pack of 1. But if I wanted bulk, I have to pay the money for that one. But I can get candy. I can get candy. I get candy. course, if I get the smaller individuals, I can get the candy for that one. How about just regular Reese's cups? 25 cups, 13.75 ounce, 25 pieces in a pantry pack. I pay $6 under Snap. Candy, candy, candy under Snap. I get way more sugar. Even the minis. Minis, I get candy, 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 candy. I get small packs. I get them. Candy, candy, candy. Just the Easter is going to be expensive as hell one way or another. Okay, we go over to Albertsons. Albertsons on the West Coast. Now, let me see. I want Easter candy. Now, somehow, they were saying for certain food products, it is covered under EBT. I have never used EBT for Albertsons. I've always used Social Security. Hang on a sec. She's running a bad bit. Oh, good. She's lost in the kitchen. All right. Let me see what we got. I can get me a pack of Eastern snack eggs for nearly $6, just for regular cash on this one. A snack bag size. 9.6 ounces. What I hadn't seen, what I'd like to see, if there's okay, yeah, I'm freaking out. Anyway, 4-letter acronym for what we're dealing with here. So the Reese's Milk Chocolate Peanut Butter Easter Eggs Candies Bag Snack Size, 9.6 ounce. And I have no idea how many they got in this thing anyway. But apparently they got several of them, I guess. Snack size. It's covered under Snap. It's $5.89, but if I do a mix and match, I say buy two, save two. Buy two of them, same price, save $2. Of course, there may be some others I can mix it up with. But that's what we have right now. I'm going to have to wait another couple more days before my amount's built up so I can actually do some more shopping. But that's the candy I like. Okay, so what about Oasis? Do we get to do Oasis? Is there such a thing called Oasis? Shall we do Oasis? Okay, we're doing Hershey's under Easter candy. Now then, miniatures, nuggets, hugs, bars, Kisses. Okay, so let's say we do the kisses would be nice if we could get that stuff going. But you know there's one thing I don't see? Where's the eggs? I like their Hershey eggs. I see the stuff that look like it came from Christmas. But I don't want the Easter eggs. I don't want the eggs. Sort of flavored chocolate candy eggs. Okay, there we go. Try this. 31.5 ounce bag of Hershey eggs, assorted. $21.29 out here on the West Coast. I know. Price of these damn things keep going up. Well, we got things happening these days, so. So let me see about the Hershey eggs, okay? Not just the flat bars. Flat bars I know I could probably use during Halloween time. It's only several months from now. But wait a second. Polka dot cookies and cream, special dark, extra creamy, just regular milk chocolate. Ooh. 4-letter acronym in there. So basically, I can get my Hershey eggs, and I can get my Reese's eggs under Snap. I have never used DoorDash for Snap. I'll have to try this before Easter. But keep this in mind. These are just the Easter stuff. But you could ask me, John, what about the regular candy? Okay. Shall we try the regular candy? Shall we try the regular Reese's? Just get the regular Reese's without anything else? Just to see if they are covered under it? Okay. Miniature cups I like. They are about $6.50 for a 10.5-ounce bag. Let me see about this one here. 4-letter acronym. So the candy gets covered under Snap out here in California. I'd imagine that Hershey's would be the same thing as well. We can go for chips or crackers for that matter. Fritos. Well, I like Fritos, especially with bean dip. Can't say the body likes them. Scoops. Scoops with the bean dip. So let me check the scoops for the Fritos. I wanted to check on it, not get the damn thing in the first place. I'm already starting it up. I'll take that out. Fritos scoops. Corn chip bags, 9.25 ounce. Snap benefit on that one. Okay. Well, we got to see about the bean dip anyway. What the hell? So what do we got? Snap on that one. Snap for the bean dip. I'm staying away from the chips and salsa. I'm getting too much acid reflux these days. The older I get, my system's not exactly handling very much. I used to like chili cheese. You know, I would eat chili cheese about 30 or 40 years ago when they actually had them. That's also Snap. There's plenty of stuff in that one. Of course, you got the cheese gunk. So the chips are covered under Snap. The junk food is covered under Snap. Let me see about soda. Okay. Sprite. To tell you the truth, I hadn't been into sodas in a hell of a long while. Yeah. Let's do a part 2 on this one.